99.5, talk995.com. It is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day if you have a lisp. Is it kind of cruel that the word lisp has an S in it? That seems wrong somehow,
It
doesn't it?
is wrong. That's not fair. Why'd they do that?
May the 4th be with you.
Oh.
I have a lisp. Strange. We're looking at 79 for a high today, 82 tomorrow. Rain on Wednesday night, and quite a bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe as much as 2.5 inches.
Could be.
It'll be falling all in one night.
And could be a little bit of severe weather. It's not like just a rain. Pay attention to what's going on and keep an eye on it.
I believe the correct term is be weather aware.
I was really trying to avoid that.
Well, I wasn't. I got it in
I
there.
think you can watch the weather
Obviously.
without
Only-
saying
only
weather
too
aware.
proud. No, be weather aware.
aware.
I think the people telling folks to be weather aware, they're the real heroes.
Okay. Weather aware.
Congrats to Stuart Sink for winning the regions.
Regions tradition. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a big win by 3 strokes.
Kind of sad, you know. I hate that it's over because starting with the Masters, they light up the Regions building with the golfer, you know. And I drive by it every single morning, and it's just nice. And I'm kind of like, well,
Leave that up year round.
Can't you put something else up there now?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you always do the Christmas stuff at Christmas time. You know, the golfing thing at golfing
Maybe
time.
it's something to do with the
250th
Stallions.
anniversary. I was
or
thinking.
that. You could do Stallions.
How
or
about you
250.
light it up like an American flag?
Hey.
Like American flag, like draped down the side of the building. You got the blue field with the white stars and red and white stripes. Come on, Regions, get with the what are you not? Are you not patriotic? Huh? What's going on here? Why do you hate America? I want answers. 707.
I think having the flag on that would be really cool.
It
That's
would
a
be-
cool idea.
be a good look.
Somebody get on that.
Flipsy's Furniture is at 1811 Crestwood Boulevard in beautiful Irondale. If you are not shopping at Flipsy's, then you are paying too much for your furniture. It's just that simple. Because Flipsy's probably has the same stuff that you're finding at the other places. I know that they do because I bought a bunch of stuff 6 years ago, okay? Didn't know about Flipsy's. I don't think Flipsy's was actually open at the time. I don't think they had yet opened their very first store. They do have another one, by the way, in Hoover, across from the Galleria, right next to 2nd and Charles. But I bought all this furniture, and I know what I paid for each item because I'm that kind of a stickler guy. And then I go to Flipsy's and I see all the same stuff, and it is way cheaper. And I'm like, oh, boy, did I get taken. Okay, I'm a moron. I did end up buying an entire bedroom set there for my guest bedroom, and paid a lot less for it than I did for the stuff in my master bedroom, which is good, even though it was about the same stuff. And they got the white glove delivery. I can't recommend it highly enough. You got to get the white glove delivery. It costs a little bit more, but it's worth every single penny. Trust me on this. Of course, they do have 12 months same as cash as well. That's Flipsy'sFurniture.com, Flipsy'sFurniture.com. Designer furniture at wholesale prices, 1811 Crestwood Boulevard in Irondale, or on Highway 31 in Hoover, across from right next to 2nd and Charles. Rather, let's do this, shall we?
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
It's today. Governor Kay Ivey called for a special session of the legislature to redraw our maps based upon the limited enforcement of the Voting Rights Act that the Supreme Court decision hit us with last week. Ivey called the special session Friday, said we need to go ahead and take another look at this. And by the way, you can just go back to the map that we had back in 2023 with the one black congressional district, majority black. And you know, it's a pretty good map. We like that map. The Supreme Court made us change it, interestingly. And then they came back now and they've said, no, you don't take race into
Did they
consideration.
forget about the Alabama decision? It just seems really
It's a fair question.
something there that's like,
I thought it was odd because when they said, well, they're going to be deciding on whether or not, you know, you can use race, I said, well, they already made that decision. They did that with us.
Right.
Yeah. They forced us to have a second majority-minority district, which is a weird way of saying that. But, yeah, they forced us to have the second congressional district be majority-minority. And now they've turned around and said the exact opposite and said, never mind, you don't take race into consideration when you draw these maps. Okay. Well, then let's do that. How about we're looking only at the number of people in each district, because they should be equally represented, right? You want about an even amount in each one of the 7 districts.
Yes.
That seems simple enough.
It does.
We could probably do that and not have a single majority-minority district if we did it, if you wanted to. Or you could have 3 majority-minority districts if you wanted to, you know?
There's a bunch of ways you could slice this.
Yeah.
But which way they're going to go with it, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think the easiest thing is to go back to the 2023 map.
I agree.
3 years ago.
And then you can probably get a special dispensation from the Supreme Court and just say, hey, yeah, listen, we need to, we need you guys to rubber stamp this thing and we'll get underway with it. But I mean, golly Moses, we're 2 weeks away. 2 weeks from tomorrow
is the primary,
May
19th.
How do you redraw the map?
Right.
What if you draw somebody out of their congressional district? Which is
I
what
guess
they'd
they'll
be
cross
doing.
that bridge when they get to it,
That's
huh?
weird,
If that's
man.
the case.
What else can I tell you? Oh, yeah. We got 2 U.S. service members missing in southwestern Morocco following an annual multinational military exercise. An ongoing search and rescue effort is continuing. U.S. and allied forces out there right now. The incident happened on Saturday at the Cap Draw training area near Tantan, a Moroccan city about 15 miles from the Atlantic Ocean. The United States Africa Command said the incident remains under investigation. The search is ongoing. The rescue operation includes ground, air, and maritime assets. Well, let's keep a good thought that we're able to track these guys down. Yikes.
Got to find them.
Yeah.
We've got to find them. And again, this happened on Saturday. Here we are Monday morning still looking for them.
Something funny going on there, and I don't like it. Big changes happening at the University of Montevallo. The university voted to consolidate some departments and completely cut both the men's and women's tennis and swimming teams. Luke McVeigh, freshman on the swim team, watched Friday as the announcements were made. I'm just ashamed a little bit, honestly, of our university going about it this way, said McVeigh. And I know it's a tough decision, and that is a part of their job. But I just don't think it was handled in the best possible way. Well, of course not. You're a swimmer. You're probably there on a scholarship, and now you don't know what you're going to do. Now McVeigh says some of his teammates are going to go to other universities while he stays at UM, but his mother will no longer get to cheer him on at the collegiate level. For high school graduation, I had a year to prepare for that. I knew it was coming. We didn't know this was coming. This was a shock. Did not have time to process. There's a lot of parents that are grieving, said Angie McVeigh, his mom. Look, I hate it when this happens. It always seems as though it's those, because obviously, there's only still a handful, I don't know how many, but a handful of college football teams that actually make money for the school. Alabama's fortunately one of them, Notre Dame, obviously, USC, Ohio State.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia for sure. But the vast majority of football programs are money sucks, actually, and cost money. And then the other sports are like worse. I mean, you're not going to make any money off the swim team. You're not going to make any money off of the cycling team, the golf team, and certainly not off the tennis team. So when they decide that they need to cut back, those are sadly the ones that go. But look, just like music is a part of a well-rounded education, so is sports. And so I hate it when they do stuff like this because, you're trashing one part of what is supposed to be what would you call it? A holistic education? I mean, you're trying to
do a well-rounded overall
yes.
thing that you're
trying to educate
every
going there. Portion of this.
And to me, it's it's tough for I hate that those two sports, and there may be more that come down the road. It's those freshmen that made the decision, to go to this university. Now they're going to have to regroup, and again, it's a big decision. I think most students would like to do all 4 years at that particular college and play whatever sport it is, whether it's swim or tennis or golf or whatever. You make that decision and you commit, and in your freshman year, the rug gets pulled out from underneath you. Now you've got to go, okay, where do I go now? And there may not be a scholarship available this late in the year. And I know this school year is almost over with. Summer's about here, and it'll be the start of their second year in college. But, again, a lot of time and thought and effort goes into what you're going to do with your future, and, I feel for them. I really do. But,
absolutely.
And I also understand why the University of Montevallo maybe had to do that. It is a tough decision, and that's It's just sometimes the way the ball rolls.
It was either that or the dean of the university had to take a pay cut. That wasn't going to happen. I mean, come on. That was just mean. I don't know that that's true. Denson and Fuller, my insurance agent, should be yours. These guys do a great job of making sure I have all the insurance I need and not more than I need. I love that. I love the fact that they will clue me into a couple of things that I wasn't even aware were available to me, that nobody else was telling me about, no other company was telling me about. This is why having a local independent insurance agency makes all the difference in the world. 414-1476, 414-1476. That's Denson and Fuller, densonandfuller.com on the World Wide Web. That's me on the bass. $7:20. Talk 99.5, talk995.com. You want a beautiful day? I think we can deliver. 79 for a high today. It's going to take a long time to get there. We don't get to 79 until about 6 o'clock tonight. And then the sun starts going down, and we, of course, lose all that heat. Tomorrow we're looking at 82. It should also take a long time to get there because we once again start off pretty low. Wednesday looks like a pretty nice day with a high of 76, but then rain comes in, and the high on Friday will be 68.
Yee.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's that little cold front that you get once you get the rain coming through.
That feels
It
good.
is.
I
But it's-
like it.
Yeah, I love the way it smells after a good rain.
Well, we're going to get it. When they talk about 2.5 inches of rain,
Yep.
Wednesday night into Thursday, woo, look out for it.
I just don't want to drive in it. Could we maybe not have it be a driving rain when I'm coming
when
here?
you're coming
Boy,
in.
be count on that.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Thank
see.
God for
We'll
the
see the
four-wheel
timing of
drive.
that.
Thank
Yeah.
God for the four-wheel drive.
Hey, speaking of the rain, you know, one of the most important things for your home to make sure when we talk about water, the water from the roof to the gutters moving away from your house. Wow, is that essential to making sure that you don't have any foundation issues? That's why I'd love for you to get to know Daniel at Noble Contractors. Just had a friend, I think it was last Thursday, had an emergency at the house. Here's the thing. You just call Daniel whenever you got something going on when it comes to repairs for your gutters. Maybe right now you're looking at the gutters on your house and you're like, yeah, we need to replace these. These are old. They don't work right. How about seamless 6-inch gutter installation and repairs? That's what he does. Gutter downspouts, gutter covers. He has those. He can repair the fascia and soffits. If there's some rotten rafter tails there, he can take care of all of that and do it for much less than some of these big national companies. How do you know that? Well, go ahead and get a free estimate from some of these big companies you hear about. Then deal with somebody here in the local Birmingham community. That's Daniel at Noble Contractors, 422-3034. He also now has financing available as low as 0% for 21 months. Like I said, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that he can do it a lot less than these big national companies. Gutters, gutter covers, he does repairs, so get in touch with him today and let him know that you're a Talk 99.5 listener. 205-422-3034. He's my gutter guy. Make him your gutter guy on Facebook and at noblecontractorsala.com.
722. This is interesting. Apparently, ChatGPT, OpenAI, that is, that's the parent company of ChatGPT, and other AI, what do you call them, bots? I don't know, other artificial intelligence avenues.
They're going to be
Companies,
more,
whatever.
right?
They have been facilitating things like school shootings. Like before someone goes and shoots up a school, they'll say like, well, where would I enter to do this? How could I do the most damage, whatever? And because AI has zero conscience, it will just say, oh, well, you should go through the north door because that's where most of the students are going to be at this time of day. And then you're like, whoa, okay, wow. We're finding that is true when it comes to things like people committing suicide. Kids committing suicide, they're asking AI, how would I do this? What's the best way that I can do
Maybe
this?
AI ought to send out an alert when they get that.
One would think.
Like, I don't know. I don't know how. How interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they going to do with that?
Could we not program it to just not answer questions like that? Is there not a way that you could set it up in such a way?
Well, what if you're right? Okay, I'm just giving a what if.
Mm-hmm.
You're writing a paper
Mm-hmm.
and you're doing some research on your computer
And
it stops you.
It's so incredibly difficult to do that you decide to kill yourself. Is that what you're getting at?
No,
What
I'm
are you
not
tr-
saying
oh,
you
okay.
do. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying,
You're writing a paper
I
about
mean,
committing
I
suicide.
mean, either way,
Mm-hmm.
either you're thinking of doing that or it's completely innocent. And you're like, well, yeah, I need to look something up because I know this kid down the street and I don't really understand it and I'm doing some research. And they're like, you can't look this up. And you're like,
You're
okay,
using
so
the Pete Townsend defense. I was just doing research.
well,
Yeah.
I just.
That's the ticket. That
I
is
think about it.
researching
Here's
child
why I think about it. Because sometimes we'll have a story or something, and I will Google it, and I'm like, one day when I'm long gone, they're going to go, well, look at the stuff that Valerie was Googling. Why was she doing that?
Mm-hmm.
99% of the time, it's work related.
Yeah.
And there have been instances where you're looking up some shooter or something, why or did he do this or did he not? And then you're looking at it, and if somebody were to look over your shoulder about what it is you're Googling,
Mm-hmm.
that could be very questionable.
This is your story,
And
you're
I'm just
sticking
saying,
to it. I
you
think
know, if
should.
it's AI and you're researching, like you said, school shooting,
Yeah.
are you really thinking of doing that? Or maybe you work at the school and you're trying to make sure that everything is as secure as it possibly could be, what would AI say about our school?
Mm-hmm.
Now AI is going to tell you it's not going to give you an answer because it thinks that you're going to be the one that goes and shoots up the school.
I don't know. I mean, it's
what do you do with that?
another one of these sticky wickets. It's another one of these situations where you're like, okay, well, how do we allow AI to give the people who want and need the information for other reasons,
Well, you don't know what the reasons are. AI
Yeah.
can't determine that.
but not give it to the people who are actually going to go shoot up the school? How can AI tell the difference
It
between
can't.
the two?
I don't think that it can.
Probably not.
No.
But it is 1,000% without conscience. So when people ask these questions of AI, it is only too willing to tell you, and it's just very matter of fact. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, oh, you want to kill yourself? Here's the way you go about doing that. If you want to slit your wrist, make sure you cut in the right direction. If you want to hang yourself,
Don't go into too many details here,
et cetera, et
Richard.
cetera, et cetera.
It's kind of
Yeah,
morbid.
it is. It's very morbid. And it's disturbing because there are kids who, of course, succeed in that, and then their parents go find out that they were looking on OpenAI, ChatGPT, whatever.
And it gave them the answer.
Basically told them how to do it, and they're frustrated, and they're like, "Well, who do I sue? How do I just?" Well, look, if your kid wanted to commit suicide, OpenAI was just the easiest way to get that information. I'm sure there are other ways, right?
Yeah.
Books
yeah.
in the library.
If they want the information, they'll find it.
Yeah. Much of the same way we always say about gun ownership, if somebody wants to plow you over with their car, or if you're in London, we just had a situation in Canada where there were like 17 kids stabbed with a fairly long knife by a guy who just, it was a wild stabbing spree.
We're going to have to stop selling those knives, Richard.
Yeah. Scissors too, I guess.
Put them behind the counter.
Maybe we could only have the safety scissors.
The same thing with the medicine. You need some allergy medicine, and now it's locked behind the counter.
I'm pretty sure the knives are already locked behind the counter.
Are they locked behind the counter? I don't know.
Generally.
You're going to some store like Target or something, and you need some kitchen knives. They've got those locked up.
So you're buying just regular kitchen knives.
I'm just throwing it out there.
You're talking about steak knives.
Well, whatever.
Okay. Because I was talking about like a pocket knife.
All right.
Okay.
Why lock those up? They'd have the kitchen knives sitting over in the home goods area.
That's a fair question. That is a fair question. Hey, OpenAI, explain why they sell kitchen knives are wide open and they have the other knives locked up. I need some answers here.
I don't know. I don't know how you sue AI. I don't know how you do that.
I don't imagine that you can.
Okay, for instance, there are books in the library, right?
Yeah.
Let's go old school here, that might describe some of these things that they're asking AI.
Yeah.
Do you sue the library and the person that wrote the book?
That's a fair question. I mean, I don't think you do.
That's why I don't think you can't sue it.
If
AI.
your kid is intent on offing him or herself, they're going to get the info that they want. They're going to figure out a way to get the info that they want. That's almost a certainty. Now, what they choose to do with it, maybe if they have to slow down enough to go to the library and get a book, that might give them enough time to rethink, But if they're just able to go on the computer and go, hey, Alexa, tell me this.
I hear what you're saying about that, but one doesn't make, how in a court of law, how do you navigate that? Oh, well, it took less time, so they're okay. The library's okay, but the internet's not.
Yeah.
Because they're both providing information.
This is a debate worth having. If anybody's got some thoughts on the subject, I'd love to hear them. 545-9950. I know I'm not using AI to its fullest potential. I'm fully aware of it. I've managed to get through most of my life now, 62 years of my life, without using AI.
Man, it makes some things real easy.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure
you got something to write. You don't need to write it anymore.
No, you have to. You being the boss have to send reports up to corporate and whatnot.
Just put this in there.
Hey, ChatGPT, write
Val.
this for me. And you're off and running. 7:30 Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Rating store-bought mashed potatoes next. 7:35, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Thanks for hanging out with us on this fine morning. Granger Thaggard Auction Marketing has got another auction coming up. It's this Thursday, and it is going to be on Pinson Highway, 4400 Pinson Valley Parkway, the name of the place. It is a real estate auction, 2.3 acres, 3,400 square foot building, lobby, executive offices, got a bank vault in there because it used to be a bank. Pretty cool. This is a very, very nice piece of property. It is formerly a heating and cooling company. It was the most recent people that were in there, but they moved down the road because they needed a little more square footage, apparently. And so they have decided this is how we're going to do it. Auctioning this off, you go to gtauctions.com, you take a look at the terms, maybe even the tour date. You can swing by and take a look at the place and see what there is to see. It would make a great retail location, a wonderful package store, or a gas station, convenience store, maybe firearms. I could see, because you get that vault, firearms would be nice. You could do something with that. Anyway, this real estate auction is taking place this Thursday. It's at 1 p.m., and it is right there at the corner of Pinson Valley Parkway and Red Hollow Road. So go take a look at it. Check it out on gtauctions.com and see if it's something that you're interested in. If so, make the arrangements to be there because this one is going to go fast. I got a whole bunch of calls here that we probably ought to take because they have to do with what we were just discussing. Richard is in Coleman. Richard, you're on Talk 99.5. What's on your mind?
Hey, man. Great name. I have been doing a lot of research with peptides through Chat and Grok and Claude. And every time I do some research, there's a little pop-up down at the bottom of the screen saying, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. You need to seek professional help. To me, it'd be simple to pop that up when somebody starts searching suicide, and hopefully they'll read it, and maybe even put the suicide hotline number on it.
Have you ever stopped to think that maybe that doesn't that everyone doesn't get that message? It's just you when they say you need to seek professional help. You ever think of that, Richard?
Well, that's possible. law enforcement for 28 years, yes. I probably need to seek some professional help.
Thank you for the call.
Thank
man.
you for your
it.
service, Richard.
Absolutely. Jamie is in Winfield. Jamie, you're on Talk 99.5. What's up?
Yes, sir. I was in the military for 12 years, and then I worked in law enforcement myself for the DOC for 13 years. And I've been sued plenty of times by Southern Poverty Law Center, of all things, 8 times in 13 years. And but I was thinking about that AI crap. If you want to know how to sue AI, just ask AI. How do I sue AI?
Oh, hey, that's a good idea. I hadn't thought about that.
I've never sued anybody, but I've been sued by Southern Poverty Law Center.
You know a thing or two about
And,
it. Yeah.
That's probably when you
Yes,
won't get an
sir.
answer from AI.
Most likely. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate the call. I must say.
AI will say, I don't have an answer for you.
Probably not.
The one time AI is not going to come clean.
I have no answer,
See how
Hal.
things are.
Brandy checked in on the text line, said there was a book written in 1983. It was a step-by-step guide on how to become a hitman. After a man used the book to carry out the contract, killing the family of the victim sued the book publisher, the case got dismissed.
I imagine it would.
Uh-huh.
I just,
Brandy, what's the name of the book? I need to read that book.
Oh, stop.
Yikes.
uh,
Maybe AI could help you
but
find
this
it.
is an example, right? Is it kind of like the knife and the gun thing? I mean, they're laying there on the counter.
Right.
You can use them for good, or you could use it for evil.
You got a
and
point.
it's left up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, the information is there, and you get to make that decision as a human being.
Yep.
I don't know, and it is kind of sad because if you're talking about something as serious as suicide, it could be somebody that's young and, isn't of the sound mind to make a decision. You're going to go down a really slippery slope here when we talk about suing companies for information or books or libraries or authors of books or
Hey, look,
whatever.
I tend to believe the First Amendment is absolute. I only said, once parents find out that their kids were using AI to get the information to know how to kill themselves, their first thought is, well, who do I sue? How do I sue somebody over this? Because if my kid didn't have access to this, maybe he wouldn't have done this. That's their thought process. I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I mean, I honestly believe that you should be able to say anything and everything you want, and let the chips fall where they may, as long as you're not yelling fire in a crowded theater.
Yeah.
That's what really
Yeah.
concerns me. Let's talk something more fun, like store-bought mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is Insider Magazine. E. McDowell. I don't know who he is. Oh, Aaron McDowell. From McDowell's, which is, they have the Golden Arches. I have the Golden Ark.
Right.
Decided to test 5 different kinds of store-bought mashed potatoes. And I have to wonder because, she threw different flavors in here and stuff, and I don't know. That seems weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
3 different brands, 5 different mashed potatoes. Coming in last place, not bad though, was the classic mashed potatoes from Idahoan.
Mm-hmm.
Idahoan.
Are you?
Yes, I am. And it's it comes in kind of a pouch, right? Doesn't cost a lot. I think it's like $1.79, something like
Is
that.
that like in the frozen food section thing?
No,
No,
these are
regular,
flakes.
Oh,
the flake,
okay.
you add the
Yeah.
milk or the water and
milk,
go.
butter,
Because I think of
water.
a bag of potatoes. I think frozen food.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that she didn't try any of those because, like, Bob Evans has mashed
Already.
potatoes in the freezer section and stuff like that.
Or a refrigerated
Yeah,
section,
but
actually.
I have never done that. I have never used that. I've never tried them. I have no idea what they're like. Anyway, Idahoan classic mashed potatoes coming in last place, number 5. Coming in at number 4 was Big Y's butter mashed potatoes. The Y, like the letter Y, Big Y. Not like I'm asking a big Y.
Yeah.
Again, $1.79
Never-
for a
never
4-ounce
seen
bag.
these.
Supposedly, I've never seen them either.
Maybe they're not here.
We might not be looking in the right place. I don't know. Said that they were nice, they were light, they were fluffy, they were, had a great mouthfeel, I believe, Steve, they said.
Really?
One point.
It's a
No,
fantastic
no,
way of describing things.
no. Coming in at number 3 was Idahoan sour cream and chive.
I've had these. They're pretty good.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
Light and fluffy texture, specks of chives mixed into the potatoes, gave them an authentic appearance. That's nice. Impressed by both the texture and the flavor of Idahoan's mashed potatoes. Unlike the classic flavor, I didn't find this flavor too salty at all. Rather, they were creamy and seasoned perfectly. I don't want my
I don't
mashed
think
potatoes to
did
be
they come
creamy.
with salt? I mean, usually they're just plain, and you
Yeah.
have to add salt and pepper.
You pretty much have to add your own stuff,
Right.
is what I understand.
Okay, Big Y mashed potatoes. Aaron must be in the New England area because, according to what I can find, they're only sold exclusively at Big Y world-class market locations throughout Massachusetts and Connecticut.
Alrighty then. Now we know. How about Bell's Purely Potatoes? Coming in at number 2.
Another one I've never seen.
It's the most complicated to make. Brand of mashed potato require the use of a stove and additional ingredients. To make them, you will need 1 tablespoon of butter, 3/4 cup of milk, 1.5 cups of water, and a teaspoon of salt. Isn't that what they all
That's
call
all,
for?
yeah, kind of.
That's pretty much what they all call for.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, Aaron?
I don't think Aaron knows enough about mashed potatoes to be doing this story.
I think you're right. Making these instant potatoes felt a little bit more involved, but I thought they came out great. These were my favorite classic mashed potatoes, knowing that there was real butter used, and it's a good base for people who are looking to elevate instant mashed potatoes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Coming in at number 1 was Idahoan roasted garlic mashed potatoes.
She just liked the extra flavor, that's all.
I think so too.
Which, I don't have a problem with that. I like
I-
roasted garlic, too.
I would say the one she made last would be first, because then you can add the spices that you want or whatever added ingredients to it, right?
Considering that Aaron thought making boxed mashed potatoes was complex, I don't think I trust her to do
it's about
anything
the easiest
like that.
thing you
Yeah.
could ever do in your life.
Right. I
Seriously.
always put garlic in my mashed potatoes, whether it's a little or a lot. There's always at least some in there. I don't think I've made mashed potatoes, real or from a box, in the last 5 years without putting at least a little bit of garlic powder or garlic salt into them, because I do like that little extra kick. And sometimes I want there to be a lot of garlic in there. I'm making garlic mashed potatoes, and when I'm making regular mashed potatoes, it's like shake, shake. That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of onion powder as well, just to give it a little zip. You know what I mean? I'm surprised at the number. Like, There's a Betty Crocker,
Yeah,
right?
we've
Betty
got
Crocker
Betty.
mashed potato.
Yeah, she didn't touch those.
Nothing. What's going on
Maybe
there?
she doesn't have access to
Yeah.
Betty Crocker,
There's a
which
Pillsbury.
seems weird.
Pillsbury does a mashed potato
Mhm.
box. Didn't make the cut, I guess.
That's odd.
Very weird.
Mhm.
I have in my pantry, I think I still have these. I could be wrong. There's a gigantic box that is sold at Sam's Club. It's the size of a small house, you know?
You'll be eating those for about the next 10 years.
Well, they don't
Richard.
go bad. though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So once you've, and it opens up like a milk carton.
Mhm.
So you just pour the stuff into the, here's, 2.5 cups or whatever it is you're pouring in there. I think I've had it for about 2 years. And because I just don't eat mashed potatoes that much, which is a
That's-
shame because
that's okay, though.
I do love them.
Yeah.
I
At
mean-
least you'll have them there. If
Yeah.
there was, some nuclear disaster, you're good to go, Richard.
Well, no, because the milk would be ruined.
Well, that's true. But you can use water, right? You got some bottled water? You'll
Uh,
be good to go.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open it up next time, and I'm going to find out that it's like riddled with ants or
Ants?
maggots or something got in there.
Ugh. Oh.
I will not be making these mashed potatoes. Never mind. I probably should have gotten a smaller container and eaten them all at once. It is 7:46 with Dixon and Vining. Talk 995, talk995.com. Your thoughts always welcome. 545-9950. 7:50. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, Talk 99.5.com. Getting up to a lovely 79 degrees today with sunny skies, but it's going to take a long time to get there. Rain on Wednesday night, should be quite a bit of it as well. So brace for that. Would you like to hear the Jeff joke of the day?
You bring it on. What's he got today?
Jeff says, I named my dog 5 miles so that when people ask, I can say I walked 5 miles today.
I see where I went with that. It was the same reason my dad named his first boat the Computer 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going home to work on Computer 2.
The joke continues.
There's more.
Oh, he should have stopped
Yeah,
right there.
right. That was
It
good.
was good. You should
Don't go further.
leave everybody wanting more.
All right. What's the rest of it?
My friend said, why are you so upset? I said, because yesterday I ran over 5 miles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That took a turn.
It did, didn't it?
You should have left it where you had it,
Yeah,
Jeff.
should.
That's
Quit
exactly
while you're
what
ahead,
we're
man.
saying.
I understand what Valerie is saying. I believe her point is if AI is only working on keyboards and not programmed to take into account the context, then how do you regulate it? Yes, that's exactly what she's saying, Nick. We all kind of got that, I think. But thank you for your text. We appreciate it. What does a safety kitchen knife look like? LOL. Yeah, it would be the butter knife. You get the butter knife.
You could still do damage with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a little longer.
Gonna slather this butter across your face.
That'll teach you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to die of too much cholesterol.
That's right.
Brian says, think about it. How does AI get all its answers? AI doesn't have its own mind, yet it answers pretty much any question we can possibly come up with. That's scary when you really think hard about it. Brian, that's what AI is. It's artificial intelligence. It is something that is learning as it goes. If you, for instance, go to the web, you can do it on Google or whatever, and you ask it a question, AI will automatically search all the web listings, basically every article or whatever about such a thing, and then amalgamate them and give you one fairly conversational answer. Now, you'll still be able to go click on the articles if you want to and read each one individually, but if you were just looking for a quick answer, that's essentially what Grok does. It's essentially what ChatGPT does. It gets its information from the web, and it amalgamates it all and then feeds it to you in a fairly simplistic, straightforward way. I hope I've explained that properly. And it is able to learn as it goes. And that's what's scary
And
as
learn
hell.
and learn and
Yeah.
learn. Like we were talking about
Mhm.
how it can diagnose. Somebody put in there, they were trying to get a cancer diagnosis or, find out if they had it. And they loaded in the information and AI gave it to them before they could even, before a doctor could diagnose it.
Yeah.
And they were like, yep, the AI is exactly right. That's what this is.
frightening,
Yeah.
yet true. Patrick says Bob Evans mashed potatoes are awesome.
I've had them. They're pretty good.
I have not.
I mean, for store-bought potatoes,
Mm.
I prefer the homemade, but
McGee says the danger of AI controls was seen with the Biden administration. Block searches on the Hunter laptop, origins of COVID-19, risks of the COVID vaccine, foreign government payments to the Biden family, deep state actions against conservatives, mass election fraud, etc. Yeah, but there's so many now search engines. There are 5 or 6 different AI versions that you can use. One of them is owned by Elon Musk, Grok, and that is not going to be changing. He's not going to ever block you from looking up anything on that because he's also a First Amendment absolutist like me. And I love that about him. And if you have a premium membership on X, you can access Grok anytime you want, and it's not even expensive. I mean, it's what is it, $8 a month or something like that? Now for a
It'd be
premium,
worth it,
to get
yeah.
the blue check if that's what you
Mhm.
want. I've never bothered with it because I don't need it that much. Hung Jack mashed potatoes, says Danny. The regular ones would rather have homemade, and then he corrects himself and says, "I meant Hung Jack." It's
Hungry man?
Hungry
Hungry man?
Hungry Jack.
Hungry
Hungry
Jack.
Jack?
Yeah.
Hungry Jack, yes. There's mashed potatoes, Hungry Jack, mashed potatoes.
He's probably frustrated right now because
He
it
probably
keeps
is.
changing it.
Yeah, well, Use your thumbs and stop trying to.
It's all right, Danny. We knew what you meant. We got you.
Accident 280 inbound before County Road 43, or it's called Bear Creek Road. Yes, I'm familiar with it. No lanes are blocked.
All
They're on
too
the
familiar
left
with
shoulder.
it myself.
Okay, I bet you are. Tom says those Bob Evans Hormel microwave mash are a serviceable option. Just add butter and mix when you take them out. Okay, Tom, I will.
Yeah, because they can be a little bit dry.
Well, nobody likes dry.
And again, they do that so that if you want to fancy them up with more of whatever goodness you want to put in there, you can.
You would like to make them fancy schmancy?
A little more butter and a
Suggesting?
little more, I don't know, something else.
Well, at least fancy.
Maybe some of that
Maybe not schmancy, but fancy.
garlic powder you were talking about. Put that in there too.
Gotcha.
No, she's bordering on schmancy.
That's it. It was the garlic powder.
That was it, man.
That's what put it over the top.
Start adding 3 ingredients. That's becoming kind of
It's like,
schmancy.
stop it, Val.
Yeah.
Just one or 2.
2 is just fancy.
Thermos recalling 8 million food jars and bottles sold at Target, Walmart, and Amazon. I never knew that Thermos was a brand name. Did you know that?
Yeah, bring your thermos jug. Remember, like years ago? Bring
Yeah.
your thermos.
Yeah.
But
Bring your thermos was kind of like Kleenex.
Yes.
Here's a Kleenex for you.
right,
Well, it's a brand.
I never knew that. I had a Stanley, and I thought it was a Stanley thermos. You know, I referred to it as my Stanley thermos. It's like saying these are my Puffs Kleenex.
Right.
And the thermos company says, thank you.
Yeah, of course they do.
I love it.
Well, they had to recall 8 million food jars and bottles due to issues with the stopper in the lid. The recall includes the Thermos Stainless King 3000 and the 3020 food jars, and the Thermos Sportsman 3010 food and beverage bottle. Products were sold between 2008 and 2024 at Target, Walmart, and Amazon, among other retailers. That's a long time. 2008 to 2024?
Yeah. There's
I
something
mean-
wrong with the lid.
Mm.
And they
I'm
just
glad
now
it's,
figured it out.
you know what? Thank goodness it's just the lid. Remember when we were kids, the inside of that thermos would crack.
Oh, yeah.
And then there'd be glass all in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, well, you know.
Don't drop the thermos.
Yeah, do not
Do
ever
not
drop it.
Drop the thermos. We had 3 presidents during that time, 2008 to 2024. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
How many units do you think were sold?
Why are we just now discovering there's a problem with the lid?
Good question.
And if it was made in 2008, you might need a new one.
Yeah. Thermos
Might be old.
stoppers on the faulty products lack pressure relief in the center when food or drinks are stored in the products for an extended period of time. The stopper can forcefully eject when open.
Like a cork on a champagne bottle?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
what we're looking
which
at.
specific one is this again?
Boy, these are all the way back here.
There's
Thermos.
I mean, is it a specific one? And the
Yes.
reason I'm asking is because I actually have a number of how many units have been sold.
All right. Thermos Stainless King 3000.
Okay, some 5.8 million of those have been sold between March of 2008 and July of 2024.
well,
Using
This is
AI to get this information.
Absolutely.
How about the 3020 food jar?
I'm
yeah.
not
Is
seeing
that little
one.
short fat one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that one. I'm seeing a 2.3 million Sportsman food and beverage bottle.
Okay,
Wonder
yeah.
if that's the same thing.
That's this is
That
no,
is
the-
it.
That's a third one that they
Uh-huh.
are.
Yeah, so
in the
8.2 million in all.
Okay.
Oh man,
run.
they're going to lose a lot of money.
Well, do they replace them? Do they?
I would think so, because let me tell you, that popping off, you put an eye out.
Yeah. 3 people suffered permanent vision loss after being struck in the eye
See, and I guessed that.
with the lid.
I was like, yeah, that's very serious.
And they were afraid Ralphie was going to shoot
I
his
was
eye
going
out.
to say, I want a thermos for Christmas. You'll shoot your eye out. No, I won't.
I
What are you
need the
talking
BB,
about?
The Red Rider.
Yeah. Very funny. All right. Rush right out there and return those thermoses. Make sure the.
Did you ever have the lunchbox with the thermos in it?
Yes, the
The
metal one.
matching metal
No.
thermos and lunchbox.
I did not.
Yeah,
I
I
wanted
did.
one.
And my wife did too.
Yeah,
And when she got in a fight, she used it, and they didn't bother her again.
The lunchbox? Or
Yeah.
the thermos?
Came home with a nice dent in the lunchbox. and-
Ow. That
yeah.
hurt.
Yeah, the nemesis did not bother her again.
What was
Ow.
this? Just a couple of weeks ago, or
No,
Oh, okay.
I want to say elementary school. I think she said.
there you go.
Oh, mine was red checkered. I had a
Yeah.
red checkered one.
Yeah, my ex-wife had a one that was red plaid.
Yeah, it was
Hers
like
was-
plaid.
there you go.
Yeah.
Hers might have been appropriately the Incredible Hulk.
8 o'clock. Dixon and Vining.